man came and I had to give evidence of it. So I saw roguery, criminality, robbery of the nation by a particular people, the government. You see what's happening in Nigeria? Now you see, so I have to sing about it. And I have to sing straight for the people to understand. For them culture to carry seeds. During this time, them come colonize us. Them come teach us to carry seeds. Long time ago, African man will not they carry seeds. Them go come and teach us to carry seeds. Many foreign countries, they Africa carry your love on it. Many foreign countries, they Africa carry your love on it. And go right in the news and dig the paper, carry your love on it. And go right in the newspaper, carry your love Africans.
Okay, so now you can see their land is so tarnished with poverty and everything. But now look how lush and green everything is when the white people show up. Look at the nice houses, you see? So now you can see that this is a method of them. You see how everything is so beautiful and manicured? And they want you to believe that it's because of their superior thinking that everywhere they go grows and flourishes. And then every place black people go dilapidates. But we know that's not the truth.
Then go they cause confusion, cause corruption, cause inflation, cause confusion, then go they cause oppression, cause inflation, cause oppression, cause confusion, confusion, oppression, inflation, oppression. Them get to what's that way that they use. Them get to what's that way that they use. Them go be from African man. Them go pick one African man. A man with low mentality. Them go give ya $1,000,000 bread. So pick up the Abede Dada. Them go give ya $1,000,000 bread. So become one you see less cheap. Him go grab some $1,000 bread. To become one you see less cheap. Like right they do them go they do from corner, passy, young down, passy, by the side, passy, in, passy, young down, passy, side to the side, passy, side. These bodies passy in, passy, out, passy, corner, passy, young down, passy, side to the side, passy, in, passy, out, passy, corner. What has America done to Africa that is bad? Bringing arms, dividing the people, wrong knowledge, bringing Christianity, bringing Jesus Christ, turning the people's minds upside down, bringing in fertilizers, doing shit, wanting to bring Western civilization here. America and England trying to brainwash Africans. You are the colonialists, you are the slave riders. Them oppression, start to steal money like Caucasion and Abiola. International activity, international, internationality, international. Them Everybody knows Africa has to be united now.
Okay, now, all this stuff that we've been looking at right here, I know you guys is tired of seeing it over and over, but I happen to really like the lyrics in those songs. And they are synonymous with what we have been talking about. You see, I just showed you guys how, if we go back here, you see how lush and beautiful everything is. Green grass and all of that, right? Because they come out and make sure everything for them is well provided for, and make sure that all the money that they stole from those neglected black people right there is utilized to sustain an adequate existence for themselves. So now, me pointing this stuff out is not to be evil or rude or anything. It's just to be like combative and a sufficient opponent to all of the rhetoric that's going around suggesting that we are the people that contributes to all the world havoc. And it's like, no, because see, I can show you who and why. The people that do it is the ones who've stolen all the riches of the world. See, this is how they look, where they live at. So they cannot be the bad doers. You can be the people that's responsible for everything being bad and fucked up and then be this poor. I mean, come on now, that's impossible. The people that's corrupt always make money from being corrupt. So as we can all see from the vehicles they drive and everything, that no, I don't think they are the ones that's benefiting from the corruption. Well, let's see. What are signs of corruption? Okay, watch her hit the little boy. I tell you about that. Child abuse things. These women beat the shit out of their little sons. That's another brainwashing. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. See these guns they have. Now look, they don't have nowhere to live. You see, they all live there on the ground. Did you see those sheets? Let me show you. Let's go back. Okay. I want to show you how reduced these people have been by this European male that I'm telling you guys about. Now look, I'm going to speed it up, okay, because we've seen this before, but watch. I just want you to see the decadence. This is where they live. They live there. See? She going to beat the little boy for playing with the straw. What else can he do, lady? Damn. What's wrong with her? See, her brain is messed up. Look. Got guns and everything, but hardly no food, no houses, nothing, no water, no anything. Look at the houses in the background, how dilapidated they are. Look at the buses that's parked there that don't even work no more. Look at Jesus. See, the brainwashing, okay? You know the river has got to be contaminated. All those people living there, all kind of feces and human waste must be in there. Look at them, Jesus. See why they messed up? Do you see? You see the brainwashing? He's trying to sell that, I bet you. He's panhandling, begging for money. They're probably, who knows, whatever you can. He's selling water probably. Cups of water probably. It's that bad. Or either gas. Everybody's street vendors. Look. See, all the trees are gone. All the lakes are gone. Everything you normally would have to sustain yourself has been destroyed. And this is how they've been reduced to poverty, because the white man deliberately came in and destroyed their natural way of sustaining themselves and left them with all his materialism. See, all this materialism destroyed the natural nature providing, regenerating supply of life force that the universe had given. But he came and poured concrete over everything and destroyed all that. So now, this is what they're reduced to. They got to come out here and hope somebody buy these vegetables or coochie or whatever else they can sell, because everything else is being destroyed. All this materialism, see it? Do you see? See how polluted the water is? That's for mining. That is a trait of the Europeans. That's the reason for these. That's the control all the time. The police here in Vancouver controls the corporation. Over there, they always hire the people of the land to control it. Look at this, dilapidation. They just left all this shit there and poured out after they made money. Them black people didn't build those, and they deliberately sunk them. You see how they are sunk? They deliberately sunk them. It was a deliberate act to sink those things like that. Look at the pollution. Look at it. And then that was just a slap in the face. They put that there just to bring it all home. You know, and then again we're stuck with him laying there and to show you what was the whole objective of all of that. So you go in You turn the ecosystem into an economy for yourself. Take all the riches, pour it out when you see that the people are starting to wake up. They get ready to get that ass. Or either you just done got everything set up and established so well to where you got your government in place now, and you got your prisons built, and you got your drugs put out there and all that stuff, as to where now you don't need those freighters anymore. Let's just sink them here so we could just fuck up everything we can, because that's how we roll, you know? It's disgusting. I mean, it really is. So that's all I'm going to do tonight. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. I just want you guys to get a good look at the star. That's me in my old life before I came back this time. You know, as ironic as it might sound, when I was looking on the computer and came across that picture, I said, damn, that looks like me. And then I looked at it, I said, no, that really does look like me. And the more I look at it now, the more it looks like me. Every day I look at it and it's just so weird to look at it. It's like looking right in the mirror. This picture has those bullet holes in the head. Do you see that? Do you see there's one in the neck? If you look real good, there's a bullet hole in the neck. There's one right above the two eyes, above the head, and then right up on the top of the head, there's two more. The Greco-Romans, I call them Greco-Romans because we don't know exactly what set of Europeans. I don't know. I'm sure there's books out there that explain exactly who was responsible for going into the temple. I think it's the temple of Dendra. Don't get me to try to remember all, because it's Dendra, Philae, and so many different ones, and Abydos, and you name it. And I think the one that was saw was Dendra. I'm really almost sure it was. I'm going to check tonight to see, all right? But anyway, because so much stuff. But they went in there and they destroyed all those places. It was the Greeks. I believe the Greeks and the Romans are the same people, even if they did have two different centers of name calling and everything. They were still the same Europeans that left Africa and went up into, if you notice, Rome, Italy, as well as Greece, Athens, Greece, is so close. It's right on the other side of the Mediterranean from the top northern part of Africa. So it's obvious that the reason that their civilization started that close to Africa up in Europe is because it was the African knowledge that went up into Europe and started their civilizations for them, which did very well until they got to the point where they kept having scrimmages with the Moors, and it's a long story. The Moors was in Spain 700 years, as well as there was a group of people known as the Phoenicians that was Egyptians mixed with Romans, and the Egyptians mixed with Greeks, and the Egyptians mixed with Syrians, and the Egyptians mixed with all kind of different people that was taboo to the overall Egyptian people, and they didn't really want people coming into their cities mixing with their blood. So everybody who did mix with outside blood and everything was kind of coerced into not really, why don't you just go somewhere else? You know, not really forced like that, but they had got to the point where they was tired of letting outsiders come into their cities with all their customs of degeneracy and everything. So there was a large flunk of people that left Egypt and went up into Europe with the help of the Egyptian people known as the Phoenicians, who went up, and the Moors, as well as people called gypsies that were a mixture of Egyptians with other Caucasian sectors of people. All these people went up into Rome and Greece